We dey salute una for outside the country people dem. Plenty glad for meet up una for this another Pidgin News debate for Inside the Moon for March. Week wey pass, plenty thing dey happen. Country people dem, you wan talk na this chapter for pikin wey e take collapse. E cut the teacher for side for St. Minima Government Technical School. You wan talk na this more than 50 pikin dem wey dey be catch dem for side for waterfall for Barun Bay for inside Memewe. Some dey be dey naked, other one dey be the dance naked, other one dey sleep with boy pikin dem, other one dey smoke banga, other one dem dey be the drink na whiskey wey dey catch dem. We go talk other one for inside tori. Na so too we go talk on top this country wey Canton be war from Bobi. Inside the week we hear say one person he die, but sabi say at least 10 people dem they get caught on top this operation for identify Okada, and they catch at least 20 people dem inside place where they call am same Bobi. This a week we just come up for pass. We go take una to enter for Boya side where the weekend week wey pass to. We be tell una concerning some two police people dem where they don't catch them lock am for say them attack some taxi man. Then they be lock am so for Boya after we fight with some policeman. We go tell another chapter and other thing them for tori we get am for Pidgin News debate. For inside Pidgin News debate, na two people them dey with me, two stranger them, but no be people that way you no sabi them face. Na normal people them for house. Mola Julana Aditowe you salute for this side for Tori House.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. This opportunity for which quick recovery for Mademoiselle Mim Cecile for Swao will be victim for accident on top bike. I beg quick recovery, Mademoiselle.
And another person to a day for house, a been a Tori man, na face one asabi and fine. Elvis, I salute you too.
Good afternoon, Ambassador. Good afternoon, Master June. I want to salute for all man we don't show for front that TV for watch we today, especially for people on that side for Carrefour Music.
Okay, and sabi say we dey ever get to normal country fashion for here. Before we enter for where to get them today for inside the Pidgin News debate, the week wey pass, something the day wey make people them talk plenty. The first one we go try for look on top. Now this commodity way Human Rights Watch it be come out for talk concerning a thing wey happen for Ebam village for 2021. Human Rights Watch it accuse we uniform people them, or it talk say we uniform people them as we Tori enter for we hear say they enter for Ebam village. They first sleep with woman them, kill some innocent people them as we Tori enter we hear, and na so to the burn house. The week we just passed, top man for Ministry for Defense where they call it Cyril Search at on fact it will be right for talk say report for Human Rights Watch it no be been a correct report. Say na big pom say na report we in the eastern one for a divider country, in the eastern one for make uniform people them turn black for before country people them. And Oga Cyril said that on factor say since your problem for Norwest and Southwest it starts. Human Rights Watch it never ever talk any good thing concerning we own uniform people them for inside we country. Mola Jules, the dance it is also continue. How you check Human Rights Watch it talks say uniform people them sleep sleep with some mommy them by force, kiss or one them, burn house them. Topman it deny, he say no be nothing that will happen. Say Ebam village for Manu. Now place where boy they will go they be never they go walk, but after as we they hear they be go attack say they no do nothing. Again another report for who be who inside the problem for Northwest and Southwest.
I go start at the beginning for remove my cap in front of those uniform officers and for the good thing the way they do for Cameroon. But to an extent, I go make me they understand say if they accuse them, they no need for just start defend themselves directly. I be feel say this talk man for military, if we get for decide for open and independent commission, for try for know if at all in for a missed get undisciplined uniform officers them before you want drop a conclusion. Because if at all be papa for some house, every time that they accuse your picking them say they don't do X or they don't do Y, you not just get for start when they accuse they just start defend them directly, say no, they don't fit do so. Try for carry out your own investigation for really be sure say they do harm or not. And also human right people then people they wave to an extent if they exaggerate, but at least maybe the other side they carry out investigation so that they fit, if at all they fit contradict way human right they talk, good and fine. But maybe they just take from the first step for say no, their military people they don't do so. But which kind of country where every time they accuse the military people them, the top people they just start for talk say no, they don't fit do so. If you start from Gabo, it start for maybe the northern regions where they start where they keep women there and picking them. Talk man talk say no, na for Mali maybe occur. Then later on they can discover and say yes, na really true na for Cameroon. The one will be happen from Gabo. Talk people they say no, na it be impossible. We military people they be well disciplined. Then later on they come back to say no, we get right. Or human right, we get right for accuse them. So do not get this self-defense every time when something happen. But they take time for investigate before the one defend themselves.
Elvis, Human Rights Watch versus Cameroon, and we uniform people them. Wait till you get for talk for this latest report. And just for Sabi say maybe if Human Rights Watch don't forever talk about Ebam village, maybe we say some no for solid Sabi. Wait till you be part of Ebam village.
I want first of all for talk say Human Rights Watch not be just an body way it give report we never do findings them. And secondly, Minister. Topman for
Defense
Ministry. Master Suri, it always not anybody ever accept some one day say this so report with Human Rights Watch, you don't get na correct one. As my brother Master Judy talk, no be the first case, no be the second case. And it don't be time where when something report it come like that one, no be for just look upside the talk say they never do this, they never do that. Make it take a time, do the findings them. Why they not talk saying that the other people they do them? Why they can't point finger? Because if you don't do like picking for house and they say something don't happen, they can't point to. Not be for you for just because say no. Not because you mustn't do something where they can't stand say na you. So I believe say Human Rights Watch na a body way it big it don't get weight and it always give report way it be correct.
All right, and on top that chapter, we go enter for some of the Tory them. We will get them for inside the Tory house. And this afternoon, we don't decide now for do it in for local chapter where it consign picking them. And picking, we go start with this one where person born premature picking. For mile 4, Bonadikombo, now for inside the Limbe. For Fako division, country people them, as well one assessor one at the sea, na piki we na different mommy picking, e pick am, we e de so, they run can talk say they don't pick some picking. We hear say na some premature way they born the picking, then mommy for picking instead go throw am, then another person pick the picking, they can go for inside hospital, and as well the talk just now, except say no nothing, he never do the picking or the prayer, say make the picking they fine, with the hear say that woman we pick the picking, say he don't decide for take the picking, like he own number 2 picking, na girl picking, with the born and throw am, and the master too for this woman, as we Tory enter for we EM, he do not be net for blockade, but he don't decide, say so far as well they don't pick that picking, he no go drive the woman, or he no go deny say me they not continue for look at that picking, he say if he be na picking with God, he don't give am, so they go look at them, the last time will be talk with them, will be here say the picking there for inside, that their own small fish for side for Limbe. Elvis, so now, this kind of fine girl picking, woman go born, even as we born premature, for Troy and be the solution, or if you no get job, I believe say no person no go see woman with the belly, or a born picking, he no go like for look at this picking.
Some of these girls in this they know and believe see this so they don't carry belly. And when something it happen for them, they try for push them away. And I want first of all to condemn this very act with the girl or any person we don't do them. You the woman we don't do that kind of act, na very bad act. They can to say if it been a you, your own mommy it be born you through you. Who side you for them? And again for no say picking this on a gift from God. And if God don't give you a whole girl picking, for me as I grow up can't reach this my age, I know say get picking this so na good luck. And when you don't start saying I know say you don't descend your good luck them for outside. This one a very bad act and will condemn and with all my power because this so a very bad thing that way the woman he don't do them. And then the woman way he don't take them and he mass away, they don't decide for take this picking for bring them up as their own second picking because it's just the woman is to get another small picking for her.
It did 3 months.
It did 3 months. That one now just for tell you say this so thing way some person it did throw them, some other person it want them for get them put them for outside the way they don't come up for Marihasika they don't get picking. And if God, you don't give your own, you know if you hold and fine, na very bad thing that. And that woman where in master don't decide for take at least make God continue for provide for them. And population too for outside there, if person say and say if in one way or the other, if he assist them, because I know so you know being a small load, if he assist the man and the woman for also make and me them bring up the picking fine, I believe say it will be a fine thing. And congratulations for the man for accept for take that kind of decision.
Mola Jules, we sabi so don't see the kind of case them for Douala where the Detroit picking we may be the smallest one, but the one you don't even born them, but premature, you be careful throw him, even if now waiting excepting a Christmas we born them, but we no sure.
I think say God go even punish this woman where he throw this picking. Why? Because picking a really important gift when I got the game. I know so many houses, matrimonial houses, for which the couple will be separated just because of the lack picking. I know so many women then will spend millions and millions just because they want forget picking. So I go see young girl go really born his own go through him. But I ask you, say, but why he decide for suck bonbon? He remove the wrapper with face sucker. If you say you no want for get the taste of the bonbon, use the wrapper. I don't understand why you go really born picking so you suffer maybe 6 or 7 months as na premature picking. You finish born and you go through them. It no fine. It be even better so you born and so go for some orphanage, go put them there, or for church, you go put them for there. Then I blame to we men. More avoid for flatter. Then at the end, we prove for the girls say they so we no get that means. If you say you don't get that means for take care for some picking, decide for protect yourself when you go with some girl. Because apart from picking, other illnesses in there. So I ask we men them say I beg. If you say you don't want picking, no go directly with a woman. And when a woman them, if you say you don't want picking, protect yourselves.
Now, Mola, if you as well the people that don't already start, the person will get the picking shop again say one take a picking. If now you the look at the picking, you leave them easily.
I know say it will be very difficult. But that if Beck say me this woman, this goodwill woman we don't pick that because say they go men may go legalize them for at least social affairs. So much so that they go give it officially the picking. Maybe in 20 years time, I know say money picking and money picking. Blood be thick pass water. In 20 years time, that picking go get sentiment for find a real mommy. Baby say go find a real mommy, at least hit your chest. May that woman we don't take this picking hit your chest or so at least you don't do God you work. I be sure say this so God go compensate it too.
If the woman come back now, say one can take a picking for now, I believe say I'll give back a picking. No say sometimes when they way you act not be because you want them for act, but some particular for some time something that can happen for you where you say so you be confused, you know the nothing way you do them. But when you don't hear talk from outside and God you don't touch his heart, if you come back for take the picking, all we will make mistake. And when you don't make mistake, you realize yourself and you come back, the best thing is to forgive the person and make the person you do the right thing. So if you come back, I believe say one can take a picking, make that mommy or the people that don't take the picking, make them gladly give back the picking for you.
All right, and we go so remain for chapter for picking them from picking where they pick them. We talk college picking. Inside the week, we'll be here now some kind of one. We'll be turned to get the image for Tori House here. Now that picking where it is so boy picking for government technical school Sang Milima, where we hear say go attack his own teacher for school, then even cut the teacher out the colors. Plus on top that one, it take money, it come out and we never sabi true wait will be the pass between this boy or whether he get some other problem with that teacher before he do that kind of thing. But now school picking themselves for inside government technical school for Sang Milima, now themselves country people them when they follow so they catch this their come before class, they finna come before they bring them for inside office. Again, another Wowotori will hear them for inside college. time wey minister for college book Mapolina Lovalionga the tonton for see whether if he change thing them, but instead some kind event them that is also continue for happen for inside the college. If no na pikin that they catch them for social media where they do bad fashion for inside school where they don't film them like for creepy way it just happen. The one na one way they take colors, he knock a teacher on top, then he even take money from the teacher in hand.
This one na for sure how bad and what picking them it don't be, and the way parents them will bring up our picking. First of all, when you see when picking start the act, so you first of all look the picking a background. And this one, I believe say the other day as you talk say minister they don't do worker and they be call on other students them say me then try for change and make good example. Time don't reach where we parents them we need forgive our right for teachers them. Because when this thing be happen, I be talk one of the teachers, some teacher, where they talk say this, so if you imagine the kind of thing where they go through every day for school, where you imagine say you go punish man he picking, the picking will go, he back will come back attack you, even threaten for inside go lock you. Wait, that one it don't make sense. I believe say this, so if picking them, you don't send picking and send me them go school, now go learn, and we don't hand for teacher in hand, never make the teacher discipline the picking for that hour, make them the picking he learn. Because when parents they don't give right for picking and say picking fit do anything and go free, or picking fit do anything, teacher holla or talk anything for him, picking go get that kind of heart for do that kind of thing, then that means now parents then be at fault. Me parents then try all way for see how they feel like we don't give picking for teacher, leave them for teacher. Even those on teacher then they do extra mile for punish for that picking them some kind of way you know fine. But at first, when we be the days when you go school, like in those days, when you see teacher where they come, you dey run. But now, so when picking inside see teacher, now teacher the inside run because when you see even first of all the way the teacher fair dress and the way the picking fair dress, it intimidate the teacher where you know fine. And then secondly, when you see picking the act, so you know say some kind of thing the way you don't take them. You see things like tramadol, drugs them when you don't take them, they get hard. When you see small picking for 15 years, two way they stand there, big man, you look and say, man, this picking, you don't get hard enough outside, they do the kind of thing them. Now the kind of hard drugs and way, you don't take them. Well, they call on our security or uniform people them, say, man, do everything possible for work out for this small pharmacy them. This small corner road pharmacy them, now for the way this thing then, it enter. And we entitled to our borders them for make sure say make this tramadol and all this thing they enter country where they sell them illegally for picking them, make they know the sell them. And even one purpose say so if you don't reach that kind of extent, I believe say time don't reach way make Cameroon government or minister maybe check how they will put police post them for inside schools them.
Some people that they talk say you don't reach time we even teacher them too they get for the whole their own dagger them they are gone to for take them go school for see say they no sabi who be who now so they the teacher Mola Jules another kind of thing for inside we college time where they struggle for clean the college them with the so and some kind to read them.
Now I don't feel encourage that idea say teachers get for they take their own dagger they go for school. Because this one are the consequences for social evolution. You know, say for today, you could discover and say for various houses, even at the age of 5, Pekin get access for television, certain movies. There is see things the way they happen out of this country, of which those things then be adapted to the culture for that their own country. Not be adapted for own culture for here. When they see them, they feel imitate them for here. Then secondly, I will blame with parents them, or we parents them, we would give even these Android phones them for we picking them. Because these Android phones, you be connected to the internet, you get access to certain apps them way it no be fit for our society. Pornographic films them way no correct. Then thirdly, I could really ask the government make it give value for some certain people them for the society. Like for example, if you see Cameroon today, which be the place will be occupied by our teachers. Even the president of the republic, if he go school, he go even primary school, he right up to the university level. You teacher they how, then he they how. So if they give that value for that picking them, because we own days, when we even pass self on one night, you know, wash, your mommy tell you say no, I go tell your teacher. It just be like this sometimes if you cry that day, you go vex so te fear. You be just need to for see your teacher at the very far side. They tell you so okay, I'll tell your teacher so you never carry water. You go run, go hide. You take bucket one time because you be the fear teacher. You will give you that respect. Today they exist again. Then my brother just tell my brother Elvis don't talk about the borders that will be open or this speaking get access for certain drugs. Them yes, but I ask myself, say those people they sell beside the road, I be very very convinced say we know the sources of their products, we know places that they buy their products. The most essential thing them never go catch the people where they get where they big corner road. We will catch the producers them and why not the wholesalers them? May they put an end to this. Because it don't bad for the society. You go see some small young girls, you see some small young girl, thing where they come off a mouth, or play thing where they do them, you know if you believe. So to an extent, to the hardship.
All right, we go remain for inside the school milieu for college again. Week we just finish for place where they call them say Kumba, na some canatori to we enter for we EM. For that side, surprise waka where a police people they make them for waterfall for side for Barumbi. They go catch more than 50 college picking them boy and girl. We hear say they be the wash water way they come out for waterfall. Some of the girl them they be they naked, they dance before them they boy them. Other one them they be the sleep with the boy them for one end. Other one they be the smoke and banga. Other one they be the drink their whiskey for that side before police he can catch them. One time when police he catch them, he take all them direct. Now for the senior divisional officer office for Kumba, Ntundong Shambalen, we take time for axis speaking them waiting they really want. Where it is so they dash school, then they go to another kind of thing when papa and mommy don't waste plenty money for say they go school. After we finish holla them, he give them for the delegate for college book for meme say make the delegate follow all the picking them for the different school the way they come out for inside Akumba. Then he follow up to as well they get for giddy picking them serious casting go. This case it come out now just time way another video be go socially be come out for social media where it show college picking them for inside school college for Kribi where they do the same thing and Mola Junana. It then like say we school them they picking them now they really need serious blessing, they really need serious prayer on top their head. For Sika say the one way happen for Kumba again. It surprised me too. We will don't go for Kumba. We never ever hear the kind of thing. Even if some kind of thing they used to happen, we never hear say picking the touch school from different college them. They go shit on, they wash naked for before man picking. Man picking they do too if you do time. Smoke cigar, drink whiskey. We waiting they happen. Now who do really get the fault? Now the mommy them and papa them for house where they know they give them the better training or they copy at where they see her.
They copy at where they see them. And because for now they be idle, you know, say there's a two way to go on.
You dey school instead of for learn book, you be idle. You go swim in water. We sabi so of recent picking them for nowadays and South. Most of them they need to wear uniform for go school for sika the condition no bet. You papa you sabi say you're picking them for school. You know sabi say you're picking them for some site.
Now the consequences for the way to go on for this country today. You know, say presently for these Anglophone regions. Some people in the way they don't like for see how picking they go school. Where they still prone say me picking they remain for house. Now why there some of them they need to put on uniform before they go school. Secondly, some of these parents them they don't get even place or stay. They need to work again. So when they don't get a refuge or some one room house where they stay with their big picking they 15, 16 years. And those 15, 16 years and when they see very late at night where their mommy and their papa they do. What would they expect from them? The Decopian. Then thirdly, some of them they don't lost their jobs. Small market they be doing, they don't the capital they exist again. So much so that when a picking work for even go school, sometimes they even get 50 francs where they go give you so that may buy puff for road. The picking don't even know what way go come back for school each up. So what they happen? They be exposed. Say the few reach your road, some boy or another picky will don't succeed for getting 500, he convinces say, okay, come, we'll go for that place. They do unwillfully. Now why that? Now the consequences then this. Then I ask this DO. Say this so the solution
SDO.
Or the SDO, the solution not for use casting-go or for discipline speaking them. You get for apply maybe the 5 whys. Why did they behave so? They behave so because their parents they know they beside them. Why their parents know they beside them? They run war. Why that war? Maybe because maybe two sides they they no come to a compromise. Why they no come to a compromise? Because politics don't enter. Why politics enter? Because person don't say now only through politics say the solution get for be. Then they find a solution so that the consequences and what they face them presently for this country will run start one. So if I thought it happen for Kumba side, just imagine the one that run come for this side for Douala will even get place or stay. Which they fit do for they sacrifice themselves just only for get one bread they could chop, or for even get place so they put their head they sleep. Wait, no correct.
Okay, I want to first of all thank the police officer then for the walkway they run the door for that side for make sure they be and catch that picking the way they do or that kind of thing. And like today my brother they talk, I want to talk something way it also so some of them they do certain things and forget chop. I don't think say if small picking where it go either for Douala here, if you wake up Sunday say you been a picking you be hard working say you want to find something for chop, you come out say you do work, you lack a job for do and get something for chop. This one na picking the way they don't spoil. This one na picking they be influenced by social media and things where they see them. And then secondly, where you see the kind of thing, so you dey ask and say foundation. The foundation for the picking now the thing that they try for talk today. If you as mommy, if you as pa, if you as caretaker for any picking, you don't bring up your picking in the godly way. You don't want come out your picking, want come out for go school. You pray for the picking as you go school, avoid some certain things them. This kind of thing so you know what they happen. Now because parents, some parents they don't leave that picking they be loose. They need to even check the picking them. And at first, when picking they go school come back, you dey check picking book. What you wanna teach today? What will be your scores? You will get how many? Now they need to do them because they don't just leave laissez passer and picking they do anything where they do them. They go absent school. You even see picking they go school for the whole term. Finish with pa or mommy or caretaker. Never even call the picking say bring your book. We'll open them. Time don't reach way they need to go back for that drawing book. Time don't reach they need to go way picking go back for school, come back. He show you to where he don't go school today, he learn them. And when don't see this kind of argue they ask you to realize this so now some demon way don't come up from the pit of hell where the influence picking them for the do that kind of thing where they do them because I know say picking for in normal senses could go to do that kind of thing. If one complain say okay, that's what happen for northwest and southwest. Wait till it happen the one for Kribi. Now wait till influence them for do them. So you go say and say so this one na something where picking they already be possessed and they do them every day. Not only for Kribi, the one for Douala Day it don't happen. So time don't reach way picking them, parents them, they need to take that picking them for go down for church, may they conduct deliverance on the picking them. Yes, they general deliverance. May they invite men of God, prophet and prophetess them, or men of God, father them, time don't reach for them for conduct organized crusade for schools them. May the picking and come, they conduct general deliverance because the generation where Cameroon they bring up this time. If we maintain them, we leave them, they don't leave them. I don't tell you say, buy them tomorrow. Picking go abandon a buy a corpse, go because he no get time. Time don't reach, we need for try for mold up the generation. We bring them up in a godly way and make sure say make the picking the same. As picking they go outside, you check their picking. As it come back, you check the picking. And then it is my parents they say they check the picking as first. Where you want to do until you fear.
But LVC they show say when you over check your picking too sometimes then they picking the check like say they now for inside prison and the two way that picking go do am. It go shock you, it will surely give you stroke.
I prefer say me you check the picking, make the picking go do bad thing. When the picking no say it inside prison, it go compose itself. I know say if I do the thing, come back, my mommy find out say don't do am.
By mistake you no go know eh.
Yes, but at the same time you meet at the talk to so even at the picking them be possessed. And that one I need to doubt them. The picking them be possessed and they need to conduct general deliverance. And then now also check the picking them because you say first you leave and say they will do what we are finding. The incest spoil and spoil them more. Better check them. Make them surprise you than for leave and like you want leave them the freeway. Make they go do two way. You not correct.
Mola, you agree with Elvis for this talk where they talk?
Yes, at least as for Elvis, I know some that person where a good Christian and believer we feel say this so maybe religion pastors if it deliver this speaking them they forget for no say this so no country for this world be developed through church or prayers. I just try for tell you say this so yes parents them they don't run away from their responsibilities. But if you try for inquire, you go know say this, so they run away from their responsibilities just because of hardship and difficulties. And I don't insist say this thing it happen, like for example for Kumba, just because it is so that they face so many hardship. Imagine say person where if they run a very big company or person be sure for a salary more than 200,000 francs, all of a sudden they don't lost that job. It is staying under for one room house, you know, get anything doing. It even when wake up for morning, so they even say things say, well, me I even climb on Okada, I go find 200 francs or 1,000, I go feed this picking them. When I come back for evening, be very tired, wait for even open book again for a picking a bit difficult. So, but I said it, but I understand it very well. So, need for control picking them, if at all. So, get that time, I'll get that opportunity because country need to work a fine.
All right, we go left we concern with family just now. We enter for other thing them for country. We could just finish Mbopi, and so I be talk it be like small Baghdad. But now Baghdad was waiting. We uniform people them, gendarme and police, they be there for one side, they be the work. We syndicate for Okada people them inside Douala. And Mbopi, if you then a place where they be go make control for Okada people them book and check Okada them whether na their own. After when they catch some people their own, when I see say to stone, they start the shoot, even stick there they start to the shoot them from Mbopi. After when they catch some people, then their people them they call another group of people then say waiting, say me they come do retu. Yes, still they call them say retu. They count another group of people them. So if you can turn war, where they catch at least 20 people them, and we hear say some more than 10 people then to they be get caught inside them, we be get even a gendarme people there, they be shoot them stone for their face. And as we talk, we the hear say one person to be last die on top the two happen from Bopi, it be happen week we just finish them. Now Sabi Seb say inside the same this problem will be get some chakara too, it be happen for that side. Warren, maybe if we enter for the next element, Sabi say as we audit it happen, now shoes that for some one person where they catch them, they let be shoe. You see say Okada too, some them they broke and stick there they use them on top people them too for the same Bopi, stone you see them, and on top the same chapter on the people, we meet up empty tegas them for say police people they be use tegas, and this motorway turn up for corner roads where they park, where they come broke just some of the thing that way pass after to it happen from Bopi. We go take una again small, make una leave to it happen from Bopi this week for Douala, for Sika Control, for book them, for Okada.
C'est bon, laissez.
Yes, country people them na some Bopi Ebide this week will just finish, and if I get from member way to one Okada man be talk, he say some time ago, time where one of the opposition party president be the enter for Douala, where they be flop for Baghdad man. It dey like saying governor talk say no, say if una no follow again, una no go pay tax. Now after some moon, they don't bring back that tax, and now the Okada put the toss it back. They be promise them, and one Okada man syndicate, he talk say he no see way to way pass Okada man, where he no fi pay 23,000 francs, when na the small money where they ask them from Okada people them. Mola, as I be say you no be na Okada man, but when you see the work for Douala, you check say Okada man if he earn 23,000 for one day, one day, where he no work continuously for at least 2-3 days for make that money, if it make 23,000 for one day.
When I see even the number of Okada waiting for Douala, I can for understand say the supply be extremely more than the demand, because so many Okadas consent to customers, so it be very difficult. It could be very difficult, say an Okada man be able to make even 15,000 francs a day. And when we see there's so many Okada a day out, not just because of unemployment, because most of them when they ride this Okada, not because say they so they be like for ride them, not just say they don't get anything doing, and some of them be well educated, and as they be well educated, they be being frustrated because they ask themselves at a given time. So sometimes person there for they get his first degree, he get master on top he bike. Then he come across maybe some policeman, at least I don't respect police people them for what they do, but at least also some policeman, maybe police constable, where maybe he get a competitive exam with the ordinary level. Then you see how he be well dressed, he live very well, then he threaten this Okada man, so one go she don't so shake his head say, oh, I didn't have which country, so I just beg this Okada people and say, I beg, una hold una hearts, una forget about which way they go on. One day change could be. Then secondly, this kind of promises the way some politicians and they make them during campaigns, more not they take into consideration. Or if yes, you want to take into consideration, just accept say yes, the two will give you at that particular time you use them. But if you say you want to take into consideration, it will disappoint you at the end. Because they will tell una so una no go pay taxes, una no go pay this thing they worth 25,000. They ask una say una get for go driving school. Yes, for go driving school, na for help una and we the road users them. But they get time, they be happy. I no be happy for sitting where they happen so what they see on for screen. So you know correct, but what you go do. Now why they always ask to get for at least fight the root cause instead of the consequences.
Yes, and one of the reason they were in Governor Guillaume after the Ndongamewe Samuel Jodeneva Dubois, he be getting with these Okada people them. Now say they want clean the Okada aside for inside Douala, where they don't notice and say plenty people then too they don't enter for inside, and plenty different country people then too they do the work, they just buy Okada WAP, enter for already they cause confusion. But you check say this kind of way it will be the best way, or it no be too late for them for talk say they want clean Okada sector for inside Cameroon after we plenty people that they don't enter for the binet.
This one now for sure city, so the syndicate for Okada people them, you don't the leaders them they don't fail. The governor itself where they try for now clean the sector, you too you don't fail. And this one I for sure city, so what's the way you send them out, it don't turn back against you. Time don't reach now for Yaoundé regime for sit up, for try for see how they fit put things in place, because yes now fighting for clean the sector, because the sector is just dirty way they no be small one.
If they get for put inside the motor, if they say they motor them for dirty no fit for carry up.
Because the way the guys and first of all they wait okay now just forget that Gillette, some this small Gillette. You just say the Gillette way they get for small one for the workout and for cross for Bonaberry. If now you go best people they go Bonaberry, they fit testify how bad this people they respond when it comes to this Okada problem. When the syndicate they don't come out like for join police them for set for control the problem and make sure say make the problem they intact. The way for approach the problem to it matter. When man is there on top speed and you the whole machine. You need just the whole machine and you try the way you the first catch the person. If the person makes one mistake, he go fall for down, and if he fall for down, he go wound himself. Then that one you don't provoke the person if you want to approach the person for tell it what you want to make the person do. But if you get a way where if you bring them down, you talk with the problem, make them understand why you think say they get forget this thing, then they will go in for the responsible one, and they will go in for. And when the one they don't go, you know, say no, now the bad one them. So time now which way the syndicate need for go back for drawing board, go back for square one for see how they feel do their work. And when they talk about promises and when they say they buy people they be come out for some particular opposition party leader a back. Now because they don't lose hope for the party where it be on power. Wait till una get for do now for bring back the people that trust. Now for make sure say una keep to una word. when your promise man say man no will pay something and tomorrow you come back again say me the person pay, that one is not correct. So you don't waste time for the government for always keep to their word, and when they do something that, because once this sector no be that sector will play with them as a body they behave, so they na animal them, they bypass them. Now only few inside of for inside them they be responsible. The rest na animal them. And if it's just a man, they say if they start off with Mopi, just see the small action. Once the Bonaberi join, once the other side for the other they start join. We'll get inside problem. So time now we show where Samuel if what Dibo again for shidon for down. See how if you talk with the parent small than the way they to come take and for approach them.
Now some people that they talk say it be fair big mistake. I say they be fair make mistake for Ngomna for Grisef Semi Okada people they start work. Some school of thought it talks in a mistake. Say that if they know for leave them, maybe they disorder and for the people country.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's not a mistake. Because it is so no employment is. If at all say they forget something else for do, they don't for enter this Okada thing. Now just because of as now frustration push them, make them climb on top bikes to do this kind of things. Because you talk say okay, now mistake. May they just try today for say they want put an end to that, they see the thing. Look at thing for screen, they see how they do all these things. So in front of gendarmerie, people ready for day.
They don't enter their gate, lock their
They
gate.
say they don't understand. Say yes, the situation be out of hand. Now why that they leave and make it occur? So they outweigh say the number of gendarmes and for day. Now why that? So they get for really find a solution for this particular sector. I'm gonna find a solution now for see how they fit create employment. They bring out some maybe sensitive measures them so much so that business for if you open companies them for absorb these boys them. If not, as soon as time they go on, so many others go join the sector, and if they join the sector, more join the sector, na really risk for this country in the future.
This one now for indicates so the regime itself, it don't fail woefully. The one that lapses them for a country. Just see, okay, for example, like Boya town itself, where back they know they run for day. See how organized in one way or the other the town it be.
At least they'll use that one, they'll remember Ekema Patrick.
They'll remember Ekema Patrick. That kind of thing in a way people they need for camp for power, made them do them. The same thing where Master Paul, Chobo, the one for Bamenda City, Chombang, the one for Bamenda City Council, you want to try for Duam, but the way we now it use and for Duam, not be the correct way. Now the thing that they get good idea them, they get good ways them for do the thing, but they need to do them the way they put if you understand. Man, a human being, where if you talk for you bring out some ideas and you talk for you well, it more reason and with you. But now when one user like say, okay, I've been autotone, you must hear for me. You must hear for me. And at the same way Yaoundé don't rule this country for 35 years now. You must hear for me. You must hear for me. Now the thing they lead Cameroon, it drag for mud every day. Time don't reach the need for change and try to see how they feel talk like communicate with people them. They need the people them, and they without the people them no they. So they know say the day for them I was safe and not before people that will save them.
Alright, we go take on a enter to for Boya is strange for Yeram, but now some man too they be catchy for that side, so for Malingo. Now this week where they so is struggle, they be dey them for inside some taxi for Boya Day, where they be the follow up some woman will be go for bank after the woman come up for bank, the woman to no be sabi. The same taxi can carry as where the woman come up for Malingo. 4 of 3 of the other men them where they be inside the motor, they run come out. Now only the man last remain. Where it will be na the driver for the motor, where he be start talk say this way one can give the woman back in money. Where he meet up and be the other 3 people them for inside motor, they run levy for back. So people they know shabby whether it be one of the 2 people them or it be just the pretend for sika say fufu it be don't tight for a hand. But sabi steps in a traffic he make am where the taxi no be fit for run for inside Malingo Street for Boya. Elvis, he talk say he be want give the money back when traffic don't hold he.
As my brother be first to talk today, so hardship will make people and do to they not supposed to do. I believe say this one a really hardship way. They hope for Cameroons and that net way they not get a way out. We have to say I be very sorry say this so 99 days for a thief and 1 day for the owner. As you talk, say na surprising, it hardly happen for Boya. If this kind of thing, it don't happen, now for police them, for try for make sure say put in more effort for say me this kind one me repeat itself. And the way the man they talk after police investigation, we will know whether truly if the kind of can give my money or not.
For talk say they can't give that money, but they really push me for laugh. I go take person the money, they promise that they can give it back. Then they just push me now for laugh for the matter. But all the same, a bit too surprised say they really happen for Boya because
but you say taxi. So, I know cut you Mola. Most of the time, president them for taxi driver though Boya gets so 4 different president or taxi driver. That they ever talk say some people they come out outside Boya, they can cause disorder, then they come out back for town. But they talk 99 days for first weekend.
We get for man, then 1 day for the owner.
And traffic now he put them
for that trap where they don't catch them today. But all the same, I really thank the population where they collaborate with the uniform officers and so much so that they assist them, may they put an end for this thing where they happen. Say for Douala here will be very used to like say this so the headquarters say for Bilonge. So for they will not say yes, we enter inside motor, especially taxi. The advisor give all man and say, well, they inside taxi, maybe anything where any passenger try for talk where concern money, especially if you don't know, you just concentrate for place where you go, put your head forward. Then I ask, especially with mommy, with sister, with wives and for house, because most often at them they fall victim. Say may they avoid and may they try for communicate. Because something will really happen, so mommy will be inside motor, maybe even from Great Support to Malingo, it happens. So even your sister enter inside motor, you know get that courage to tell you, say this, so mommy, you imagine, say this person they tell me, so he go feel so sometimes if you tell you that sister go jealousy, and they want try for promise, see the double the amount you get them. So I just beg, and I thank that police for them, I saw the cash for them, and made the Attorney General they try for punish them double, so that make it come to an end. Made them to the client on top bike, they walk, they suffer like the other people them. They try for going from market, go sell cold water. Or why not? They feel be bricklayers them. Like for now, you discover and say this, so even for garage them, we not get again new workers them. We not get young people there, they go learn work again for garage because all of them run just on a bike riders. So they beg all man we get picking. Same we would think about the past, start saying we picking them, they go learn work at that teenage.
All right, we go remain for inside Boya for finish for talk say inside the week to happen inside the week. This one will be passed now for Sunday early morning time. Some taxi where it throw away inside some hole for that side, so for Alliance Franco-Camerounese. And the story for back this taxi, according to Tori where he enter for we here, he talks say the taxi man, he be carrying 2 police people them from downtown for Moliko side. They be talk say they go for Central Police Station, they be grade their price. Now for early morning time, so automatic money must today for up, only for them for reach for corner the police place, for taxi man for ask him money when they want come out. They deny, they no give the money. Taxi man to say, okay, I will carry on a back for place where I meet up on better make a losses. As we they calm down, just for sorry this accident happen. We hear say one of the policeman, he hang now for the neck for the driver. Another policeman, he be the struggle for commode key for the taxi. So just now, people they know sabi waiting with the police people they want do. But one of the good story inside this chapter, now say after the 2 happen, they catch the 2 police people then one time, they lock them, they talk say they be the harass some taxi man for inside town. Now, so for inside Boya, Sabi say after the 2 happen, for inside Boya, plenty taxi driver people them too, they be mobilized. Warren, if you enter for the next image, plenty taxi driver people they be mobilized for Boya, they be one stop vex already. But before the one vex, they show the big man for police too. If he don't come out, the regional delegate for national security to come out. He talk for these taxi people them. Now we can't talk for them. Say they so that 2 police people they for back counter and they go give them serious casting go for the 2 happen for inside town. Elvis police people them who don't just come out for praise them, but someone they inside where they spoil all thing for better work with other people they do.
Someone they really they inside where they spoil better work with someone they struggle for make sure say made them do them. And this one too it go show some small sign for communication officer for them say this so inside the military call someone they in a really bad seat because some of them don't take this one like right. Like say when they enter taxi, they need to pay. Who side the taxi man they take money for put fuel, and who side the taxi man they take money for maintain that taxiway. Them tomorrow they go system for road. Expect the taxi man me show he books them. This one a very bad act way. Some of this military put them they do them, and I want to thank God say this. So the regional delegate for national security for Southwest, he be do them quick for catch that police for put them for back counter, and I believe say may they receive punishment for set example for others and say Cameroon now not be the Cameroon for yesterday, and anything one supposed to do them, you do them well.
Yes, I saw my brother just talk, but I would like for make even those people they understand say police today, most of them not they inside the course on merit. Some of them are just because they get their godfathers.
Now
so they don't be now today. Now why they behave abnormally? So but they beg the ones that they do their work correctly, so may they continue. Then they thank God to say after this accident we will not get any human life lost. So I just thank God for this safety. Then I beg them to say this, so make it not be limited on back counter. May they really sue them for court, so that may the judge then they sentence them may serve as an example. Because not just counter like after 3 days or open doors or okay, mona come out, we no go correct.
We don't call that people their heart no na come for outside. Now maybe we'll go finish for Boya too. So for inside Boya, the week we just finished. Gendarme man today we did for back counter. This one, gendarme, it be fight with policeman for inside Boya. We become land for sorry they be divide the fight, but we no really sabi gendarme man come out he bulletproof. Then he start fight with the policeman. The big man for gendarme become one time. He can pick that gendarme man. He go lock him. Uniform people them so the make thing the way people themselves they know if you understand themselves for inside the Boya gendarme person for back counter. We'll talk as well the finish on top this chapter for today.
Now very bad example that they show for civilians them. Normally if gendarme or two uniform officers they get problem, they get for go settle them peacefully than for show whistle. It's just like if we see two lawyers at the fight, you know, correct. So I just ask the high ranking officials, and so that at least may they send them for a seminar where they go try for sensitize them on how they fit do, so that may they not spoil the image for these uniform officers.
I want just ask say this, so no say they don't know say you know correct for fight, so they know, but two they do they now frustration. Time don't reach where they get for bring back hope. So in any Cameroonian, whether it work now for which sector, whether they not for which sector, I always say when military people don't start the fight against themselves, no say something be wrong somewhere where it need for be fixed. Time don't reach where make the government and make the man will be on top. We will be listening our papa make it fix the country, make all man define.
Alright, country people them, not just some of the things them that way they be happen for inside country this week. Maybe you know we get time for follow up. We don't just turn back for look and all man get wait till we get for talk on top that chapter. Plenty thank you for you, Elvis.
Thank you very much, Ambassador. I want to use this time for salute the Foncar, Fonmolo the second, and I want to salute for customers and for us for Hadure Salon for Carrefour Music.
All right, Mola Julnana, thank you to Plenty.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. As we talk about Boya, maybe I seize the opportunity for salute Mama Malusi, much asolo.
And month for match, we hear say some important in the camp. If you just
yes,
or you know what, open the back.
For now, I could just try for even tell we brothers them for we representatives them for Northwest and Southwest. Say on the 20th of March, not just at hand. Una know say this, so we man, we brother, we representative. We don't get lawyers, they don't get cop for the good work we do last year. So on the 20th, we'll get for really put it up. We'll get for show the public those cups and the trophies and we win them. So at the back, una support we, and if possible, una presence will be very, very necessary. As from this occasion, we go prone peace for Northwest and Southwest.
All right, country people them, we don't finish for Inside Tori for this Saturday. Maybe we go meet up if Papa God agree on Monday. Now for turn back for tell una wetin wey pass for this weekend. Big thank you for Danny Warren Zede. We get even Francis Boyom. We get Ledu Pone and all them where they do back side where they work. And I no go forget the only woman, the only hen inside the cock them. Namalis we too it be day for say meeting they happen fine. So we go meet up on Monday if Papa God agree. Una hold am tight.